Good afternoon, YouTube world. This is the Beast within Lopez. This is your channel, so let's get to work. I hope everybody had a great Labor Day weekend. I was pretty much bedridden. If you didn't know, I had spinal surgery back on July 12th, I believe the day it was. I've said what it was on previous videos. Yeah, this is going on with me. Surgery seems to have not really done anything, which is frustrating. It may have done, it got rid of the bone spurs. Apparently I had bone spurs. So it got rid of those, which is great. But there's still, the muscle is still protecting my spine from something. So I don't know what's going on there. Something was definitely missed, I would think, if the same exact thing is happening. But yeah, other than that, it's a great freaking day. I'm alive. Dang, I didn't shave. I shaved the back of my head. I didn't shave the front of my head. But anyways, of course, I mean, again, this channel is primarily about anxiety, depression, and suicide awareness. It started out as just suicide awareness, but there's more things that go with that than just suicide awareness. There's a cause to why you have gone down that road of feeling suicidal, and I want to discuss all of these things because they're all equally important. Yeah, so previous videos, if you're new to this channel, hi, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you. Please check out my previous videos that go in a lot more depth about my story. I'll just give a brief synopsis. And this is, the briefness does not diminish the seriousness at all. Please don't think that. But before spinal surgery, I was on the verge of losing my apartment. I was going to be homeless. I was going to lose connection with my family, which, if you know me, family is everything to me. Of course, Yahweh is number one, and then family, and then everything else. But I was on the verge of losing everything. I grew up, apparently I'm going to give the story. I grew up in a family, and just in life, really. There's always that thought that once you commit suicide, you're going straight to hell. No collecting $200. You're going straight there, like the Monopoly game. I didn't care about that. I had been in, just like everybody else, not everybody else, but the majority of people have had similar experiences to me, to where everything goes wrong constantly. You get 3 steps ahead, or you get 1 step ahead, 3 steps back. And I was tired of it. At the age of 42, I was done with it, and I was going to finally take control of my situation. And by taking control, I was punching out. I was getting my time card and punching out. Said I was done with this. So after spinal surgery, I decided clearly not to do that, because a family member was able to help me pay rent, which is amazing. Which, again, if you know me, you know that I never ask for help, which I'm still struggling with, because that's just the kind of person that I am. I don't like asking for help from anybody, which is wrong. It really is. We're a community. We should be reaching out for help when we need it. We shouldn't feel ashamed about asking for help whatsoever, unless you're trying to take advantage of people. And if you are, that's a whole other subject altogether. And then you have some other issues that need to be discussed, because it makes people like me in my situation look bad. And it gives people like me a bad name, that when we really do need help, and when we do ask, people don't, because they have been screwed over by people that take advantage of that situation. Anyways, I never asked for help at all. So thankfully, a family member helped me out. It was my grandmother. She doesn't like grandma. It was my grandmother, which I hadn't talked to in years. Which we're not talking again. She's apparently busy or something. I don't know what's going on with there. Anyways, I don't want to get too deep into my personal life. I don't know. I grew up with we're gonna be going all over the place apparently with this conversation. It's been a while since I've actually sit down and talk with y'all, so I hope that's okay if I take you on a little bit of a journey here, and please stick with me. Because I think my journey is important, and there may be something that touched your heart and makes you realize, wow, we all are really close. But back to the story. My family in Hobbs and in Texas, not saying anything bad about this family at all. This family is great over here, but the other side of the family that I grew up with as a child are more, they're more connected as a family, which is an amazing thing to me. Again, not saying anything bad about this side of the family. This side of the family is great. It's just a different thing altogether. But that's how I grew up. I don't want to get too deep into the conversation, because then I don't want people misunderstanding what I'm saying and getting angry at me. Screw it. The Hampton slash Oberfell slash Teague side of the family have always been more close knit. Always. That's just the way that it's always been, and that's kind of who I grew up around. Was that side of the family, so that was instilled in me through my papa, my great grandma. She was the sweetest lady in the entire world. Man, I miss her so much. But life happens, people die, and yeah, I miss that side of the family. I miss that closeness of family, and I know this, at least one person on this side of the family misses that also. So I really want to figure out how I can bring us closer together, because that's important to me as a family, and again as a community. Is we should be more tight knit. We should feel like we have somewhere to turn to, and somebody to talk to when things are going bad. But that's enough about that journey, side of the story. But what I'm saying about so much, I had written the note out. I had the knife. It's sitting up there. I'm not going to show you it right now, but it's great. Oh. Ow! 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 Oh! I'm going to sit over here because it's not as far. Oh, setting my medicine ball. This is the knife. That I was going to plunge straight into my chest, because that's the only way that I could guarantee that I was going to say goodbye to this world without a chance of resuscitation, because I didn't want to come back. I was completely done. But with all that being said, I was in a super dark place, a place that I had been through many times. It just hadn't reached this point. My memory is still foggy, so I know before I was in a super dark place, because of course I don't want to kill myself. I have so much to do. There's so many people I want to help, but anyway, excuse me, goosebumps. Just those thoughts are bad, and I hope and I pray that you never ever have thoughts of that dark, of committing suicide. Oh, goodness gracious. But sorry about the light there, folks. Here's that better. I have a fan up bad. Anyways, I don't know. I mean, that's the main reason why I'm doing this channel, is to reach out to those that are having those dark thoughts, that are struggling with anxiety, struggling with depression. somewhere they can go to know that they're not lost. They may be on their own little journey, and that's fine. But you have to write goals out if you are feeling lost, so that you do know where you're going. Here, I kind of blocked the light. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, that didn't work. Here, that's better. I don't know. I kind of like the spinning thing, the spinning thing, the fan. But man, it kind of looks kind of cool. Anyways, I don't know. That's the main reason why I'm doing this channel. Why I've created this channel is, again, to be there for those that feel lost, alone, or forgotten, because you're not at all whatsoever. You are loved beyond measure. I freaking love you. If you're here, you are part of my family. And I really would like to meet y'all. I really would like to sit down and have a discussion with y'all. 100% I would. I know that may be strange for some of y'all, especially those, again, that know me. But I would like to just sit, and if you need somebody to talk to, just an ear without anybody talking back, because sometimes that's what we need, is just a sounding board, if you will, to just be able to share what's on our heart. I'm totally that here for you. I just want people to take advantage of that. But yeah, if you want me to share my words of wisdom, of course I will. By words of wisdom, my life experience. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here now. I love you guys so much. Remember, you are not lost. You are not alone. You are not forgotten at all. You are important. What you're going through matters, and you are loved so much. Yeah, have a great day, guys. Love y'all. I'm gonna try to turn it off. Here we go.